It's recording. Okay.
Wait, it might not be recording all of these.
Yes.
It's supposed to be. We'll see. It's alright. Okay. So chapter 3, mostly parallel lines and perpendicular lines we're going to go through. We do a little bit with triangles in the middle. This first section is about parallel lines, but we're actually not even talking about parallel lines today. We're going to talk about transversals. So the very top word there, transversal, is a line that intersects at least two other lines. A line that intersects at least two other lines. Usually those other lines are parallel, but they don't have to be. On my picture here, I have parallel lines. Without having the word there, if I didn't write this, I would know they're parallel because of these two triangles, one on each line. That's how you would mark parallel lines on a picture. You just put triangles on them. This would be my transversal line because it's intersecting 1, 2 lines. Would it be possible to draw another transversal that intersects these two parallel lines? You bet. There's another transversal. I could do another one going here. I actually have those 3 red transversals. They're intersecting at least 2 lines. By putting 3 red lines there, I actually turned this top parallel line into a transversal because it's intersecting 1, 2, 3 other lines. All 5 of those lines would be considered a transversal. A transversal is just a line that intersects 2 other lines, at least 2 other lines. Right? What we're going to do today is look at the angles formed by transversals. These do not go in order, the next 5 words, so make sure you check before you start writing. The first pair we're going through are corresponding angles. And corresponding angles are a pair of angles that occupy the same position. You don't need to write all this down. Corresponding angles, a pair of angles that occupy the same position. All of our angles today are going to come in pairs. When they say they occupy the same position, they're meaning in relation to the transversal and the other 2 lines. So I'm going to call the one that's intersecting the 2 lines T. That's my transversal. And I'll call the other 2 lines L and M. It doesn't really matter. A and C are already set up to be corresponding. They're both to the right of the transversal and below the 2 lines. Or if I think of these as being intersections, which they are, A is in the bottom right corner of the intersection. C is in the bottom right corner of the intersection. They're occupying the same space. If I put B vertical to C, where would I need to put angle D so that it corresponds with B? Good, vertical to A. Now B and D are corresponding. They're both in that top left corner of the intersection. If I put E adjacent here to both B and C, where would G, its corresponding buddy, have to go? Adjacent to, I guess both paths are really anything, huh? Good. E and G corresponding, and then lastly you have F and H. So we have 4 pairs of corresponding angles. Do you see on your note packet there's a little picture in the top right corner where you have line T, L, and M, and there's 8 angles? If I'm looking at angle 1, which angle corresponds with angle 1? 7. Good. So maybe on the left side of the word corresponding, you want to list that pair, angle 1 and angle 7, because then you can refer to it on your notes. Which angle corresponds with angle 2? 6. Good. So list 2 and 6. They go together. They correspond. They occupy the same position. What about 3? Which one corresponds with 3? 8. And then 4 corresponds with 5. Good. So we have 4 pairs of corresponding angles. The next one we're going to is alternate interior. It's the second word from the top. Alternate interior are non-adjacent interior angles that lie on opposite sides of the transversal. Non-adjacent interior angles on opposite sides of the transversal. alternate, interior, opposite, bless you, alternate and opposite go together. So if one of the angles is on the left side of the transversal, then the other one has to be on which side? The right side, okay? So that's your alternate part of it. Interior is in relation to the two lines. So interior means what? Inside. Interior angles are gonna lie inside of the two lines, between them. Exterior angles will lie on the outsides of them. So since we're looking at interior angles, I'm ignoring the angles that are on the outside. And I'm only looking at the 4 that are sandwiched between the two lines. Alternate, A is on the left, then C has to be on the what? Okay. So these ones would be alternate interior angles? Question mark? Why not? Good, they're supposed to be non-adjacent. Right now they're adjacent, they share that transversal P. This would make them alternate interior. A and C like that. Opposite sides of the transversal, inside of the two lines, they have to be non-adjacent. B and D. There's your other pair. Peyton, in our picture on our notes, can you give me a pair of alternate interior angles?
Which picture?
The one on our notes in the top right corner.
3 and 4.
Good. Pop, can you give me the other pair?
1 and 2.
Good job. So we only have 2 pairs there, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now we're going to alternate exterior. This one I think is below the word corresponding. Make sure you find it there. No, you didn't, but we'll just do this. Interior. Exterior. There. Alternate exterior angles, non-adjacent exterior angles, opposite sides of the transversal. The only word that's different is exterior versus interior. They still lie on opposite sides of the transversal. Since I'm talking about exterior, then I'm ignoring those 4 angles that are inside of the two lines. I want exterior angles. G is in this top left corner. Then J, should I put them top right, or bottom left? Bottom right, good. That would make it an alternate exterior. Opposite sides of the transversal, outside of the two lines, they have to be non-adjacent. And then your H and F. Nicole, looking at our picture in the corner of our note packet, can you give me a pair of alternate exterior angles? In the top right corner of our note packet, all the way to the top. There you go. That's okay. 6 and 7, good. Jorgensen, can you give me the other pair? 5 and 8. Good. 2 pairs of alternate exterior, 5 and 8 and 6 and 7. Alright, 2 pairs left. Same side interior angles are interior angles that lie on the same side of the transversal. So they're going to be between the two lines, and now they're either both going to be on the left side of the transversal or both on the right side. They have to be on the same side. Interior, I'm going to stay on the inside. So if B is on the right side, what side does D have to be on? Repeat it. If B is on the right side, what side does D have to be if they're supposed to be same sides? The right side. Good. So B and D, same side interior. A and C, same side interior. Same side of the transversal, they're inside of the two lines. Trinity, in our picture, in our notes in the corner, can you give me a pair of same side interior? 3 and 2. Yep. Caitlin, can you give me the other pair?
1 and 4.
Yep. 3 and 2 and 1 and 4 would be your same side interiors. And then our last pair of angles are same side exterior. Exterior angles that are on the same side of the transversal. The difference here is they're going to be on the outsides of those two lines versus the insides of the two two lines. This is my transversal, line L, line M. I have to be on the outside, so if I put A on the left, where should C go? On the left, good, and it's gotta stay outside of those two lines, so A and C, same side interior. D and B, same side, exterior, sorry, I said interior the first time. Same side exterior. Gavin, can you give me a pair of same side exteriors in our little picture?
5 and 7.
And, Gavin,
6 and 8.
good job. 5 and 7 and 6 and 8. That's what your homework is gonna be today, mostly. Identifying the angles, given a picture, how would you classify them? Okay. You don't have to write out same side exterior. You can abbreviate that. SSE. Same side exterior, you can abbreviate it as SSE. Same side interior. SSI. Alternate exterior. AE. Alternate interior. AI. And corresponding, if you want to put a C, that's fine. I'll abbreviate it out to the P there. Okay. So I'll use the abbreviation, so make sure you understand what they mean. You don't have to, but it's up to you. We're skipping number 1, part A and B. We're going to go all the way down to number 2 for our example today. Number 2 says classify each pair of angles as one of the 5 we just talked about. We have 4 lines there. Do me a favor and name them with me so we can refer to them together. A, B, C, and D. That way when I ask you which line is which, you can just tell me. When you're going to classify these pairs, you first have to find them in the picture. So for part A, 7 and 11, here's angle 7, here's angle 11. Then you must find their transversal. The transversal is going to be the line that hits both angles at the same time. So of my 4 lines, A, B, C, and D, which one is touching angle 7 and 11 at the same time? B, good. Here's my transversal. Then the other 2 lines would be C and D. Angle 7 uses line C, and angle 11 uses line D. So I'm ignoring those 8 angles to the left. I'm only looking at this part that's highlighted. Based on the transversal, the yellow line, are 7 and 11 same side or alternates? Same side, they're both to the left. Now in relation to the 2 lines, are they between those 2 lines or are they on the outsides of them? Between them. So how would we classify them? Good, same side interior. They're on the same side of the transversal, they're inside of the 2 lines. Alright. B, 14 and 16. Located them. Now I have to find their transversal. Which line hits both 14 and 16? D, good. Then my other 2 lines are going to be A and B. We're ignoring C in this case. So 14 and 16 in relation to the transversal D, are they on the same side of D or alternate sides? Same side, right? Aren't they both below D? Okay. Are 14 and 16 both between A and B, the green lines? No, which one is? 14, yeah, that guy's on the inside. And 16's on the outside. So they can't be same side interior because they're both not inside. And they can't be same side exterior because one is inside. But can they be in one of our alternate pairs? Gavin? No, because they're not on opposite sides of the yellow line. How are we going to classify these 2? Corresponding, good. They're both in the bottom right corner of the intersection. Here's one intersection in red, 14 is in the bottom right corner. 16 is in the bottom right corner. So these are going to be your corresponding angles. Corresponding are the hardest ones for students to identify at the beginning. The more we do this, the easier it'll get. Some of you maybe got it right away. If you did it, don't feel bad. Happens to most of them. Alright. C, 4 and 10. Located them. Now I need to find the transversal. Which line hits both angle 4 and angle 10 at the same time? Does A? Is A hitting both of them? No, it just hits 10. Does B hit both? Does C? Does D? So do I have a transversal? So then I can't classify them. If there's no transversal, then there's no classification. Because I don't know if they're on the same side or alternates then. They appear like they should be corresponding, but they're not because there's no transversal. You have to have a transversal. There has to be one line that hits both of them. D, last one for this page. 3 and 6. Which of our 4 lines is our transversal here? C, good. Alternate or same side right now? Alternate, good. Are they inside of the 2 lines or outside? Inside, so then we would call them alternate interior angles. I wish you guys had highlighters that would erase as nicely as mine so that you could highlight on your notes and stuff. We need to invent erasable highlighters. But when you have worksheets and stuff, I suggest highlighting on your quizzes and your tests. Highlight where your transversal is. Then it's easier to see if it's inside or outside. Make the little curvy marks. Okay? Don't be afraid to mark up your pictures. I'm going to give you a couple minutes to do the next 4 on your own. I'll have to be like pausing for 2 minutes. You may fast forward. I can't pause, right? I don't want to make a whole movie. I should. Haley, 6 and 11, how'd you classify those 2 angles? Good, there's no transversal, so we can't classify them. No one line hits both of them. Good job, Haley. Ruth, how about 2 and 10?
Corresponding.
Great job. Those ones are corresponding. They're both in the top right corner of their intersections. Silly, how about 2 and 3?
I did same side interior.
Good, same side interior. They're both along C. They're on the same side as the transversal, inside of the 2 lines. And our last one, 7 and 12. Grant?
Alternate interior.
Excellent. Alternate interior angles. Questions at all? Okay, we're done for notes.